Chiefs Kingdom, buckle up. We've got fresh Wednesday injury reports for the Chiefs and the Eagles ahead of this Super Bowl 59 rematch. And the headlines are loud. 2 Chiefs did not practice, 2 were limited, and Philly has its own laundry list. This game was already a tone setter for Week 2, now it's a stress test for depth, coaching, and composure. Quick pit stop. If you love daily Chiefs updates, help us push to 5,000 subs. It's free, it helps the channel grow, and it keeps the show on the field every single week. Appreciate you. But here's the twist. The timing and names on this report tell us exactly where Andy Reid has to pivot. Sunday afternoon at Gayha Field, 3:25 p.m. Arrowhead time. Chiefs vs. Eagles isn't just a rematch. It's a fork in the road for both teams after volatile openers and a short week of corrections. For Kansas City on Wednesday. Did not practice, DNP Xavier Worthy, shoulder, Jalen Royals, knee. Limited, Trey Smith, knee/illness. Drew Tranquil, knee. Also notable, Rashee Rice remains suspended through Week 6. That keeps the WR room thin at the top with Hollywood Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Tyquan Thornton shouldering more of the load. For Philadelphia on Wednesday. DNP, Dallas Goedert, knee. Will Shipley, ribs. Tanner McKee, thumb. Limited, Landon Dickerson, back. Jalix Hunt, hip. Goddard's knee sprain is the headline. Presence or absence of their TE1 changes how KC defends the seams and RPO tags. This is where it gets spicy. Both lines are under the microscope, and the skill groups are in flux. Availability will shape matchup choices on both sides. Let's start with the obvious. If Worthy and Royals are out of practice midweek and Rice is still sidelined, Patrick Mahomes has to live in a world of timing, spacing, and quick wins. Expect the game plan to shift from home run chases to efficient chunk yardage, mesh, option routes, and quick perimeter screens to Brown/Juju/Thornton, with Travis Kelce as the middle-of-the-field governor. Kelce's leadership matters even more after that rough Week 1 sequence that led to Worthy's shoulder injury. He owned it publicly, raw, honest, and very Kelce, and that matters in a young receiver room trying to steady itself. Look for him to set the tone on the first 2 drives, settle protections, present as the hot, and give Mahomes the always-open outlet that forces Philly into bracket decisions by the second quarter. Trey Smith being limited is the under-discussed pivot point. If he's not 100%, interior movement on duo and inside zone could be choppy, which nudges KC toward quick game plus play-action boots to move the launch point. That also buys time against an Eagles front that can rotate fresh rushers. If KC can live in 2 ND and 5 instead of 2 ND and 9, Reid and Nagy unlock their favorite constraint plays, jet orbit to Hollywood, backside glance to Juju, T leaks to punish over pursuit. Mini reset. Don't be shocked if Tyquan Thornton gets a shot at a true field stretcher role for a couple of schemed shots. Even one successful vertical can loosen the roof for Kelce and the RB checkdowns. On defense, Drew Tranquil being limited is worth watching. His versatility, green dot communication, matchups versus tight ends, and blitz disguise is a Spagnuolo cheat code when KC needs to spin the dial. If he ramps fully by Friday, the Chiefs can present simulated pressure looks that muddy Jalen Hurts post-snap picture, show 6, drop out, buzz a safety into the hook, force late throws outside the numbers. Philly's side of the ledger is just as consequential. Dallas Goedert, DNP removes, or at least threatens, the Eagles' most dependable get-right button on 3rd down. Without him, those stick/choice routes and middle screens are less automatic. Landon Dickerson back. Limited is the trench storyline. If he's not 100%, Chris Jones and the interior rotation can attack the A-B gaps with TE stunts and late slants. And remember, Jalen Carter is eligible to play after being fined but not suspended further. He swings individual snaps and short yardage leverage for Philly, so KC's interior has to be clean with hands and leverage. But here's the twist. If Will Shipley ribs, DNP sticks, Philly's RB rotation tightens. That concentrates touches for Saquon Barkley and the newcomer Tank Bigsby, which lets Spags key tendencies more aggressively from nickel and 5-man fronts. Andy Reid has a tell when the WR room is thin. The offense leans into stacked releases, bunches, and motion to spring easy separation. This week, expect more 11 personnel with Kelce detached to force Philly into revealing coverage, then attack the vacated windows. If Trey Smith isn't 100%, watch for screens and draw tags to disarm the rush, get defenders running past the pocket, then punish with Pacheco/McKinnon downhill. X Factor of the week, return game and hidden yardage. With the skill position attrition on both sides, special teams flips matter. KC doesn't need a house call, they need 2 short fields. One explosive return changes the math on a day when Mahomes may be playing small ball. And if Philly is without Shipley, a DNP on Wednesday, that may nudge their return usage as well. This is where it gets spicy. If Thornton hits on even one deep crosser off play action, it'll force Vic Fangio, yes, Fangio, to pick his poison, keep the roof high on Kelce, or roll help to the speed. Either way, it opens the intermediate for Juju's possession work. It's only week 2, but tiebreakers and seeding whisper in September. KC's margin for error in the AFC is paper-thin with the schedule they've got ahead. Beating an elite NFC team at home is both a confidence reset after the Brazil opener and a resume builder if December turns into jockeying for a bye. Conversely, another sluggish offensive start hands oxygen to every AFC contender with an early lead in the column. Mini reset. This is also identity football. With the WR room banged up and the right guard nicked, can KC win a controlled possession game? 38 minutes of ball, 28 first downs, 3-4-3 in the red zone? If the answer is yes, that travels. If not, we're still searching for the 2025 Chiefs' offensive personality. Alright, Chiefs Kingdom, here's the scoreboard of what truly matters midweek. 2 Chiefs DNP worthy, shoulder, Royals, knee. 2 limited, Trey Smith, knee/illness, Drew Tranquil. Eagles DNP includes Dallas Goedert, knee, and Will Shipley, ribs. Landon Dickerson limited, back. Jalen Carter is available after a fine, not a suspension. Kick is Sunday, 3:25 p.m. Arrowhead time at home. Fan questions for the comments. If Worthy and Royals can't go, who should be WR2 behind Hollywood, Juju or Thornton, and why? What's your confidence level in the interior OL if Trey Smith is limited? Should KC lean more on screens and quick game? If the Eagles are without Goddard, do you spin the dial with pressure, or keep everything top down and force long drives? If you got value from this breakdown, help us push to 5,000 subs so Chiefs Kingdom has a daily home for news, film, and fan takes. Hit subscribe, drop a like, and I'll see you in the post-game live. Let's go!